right, what up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about the best choices I made in my 20s that completely changed the trajectory of my life. It's insane. I think I talked about this in the past. God. But I want to talk about like specific scenarios that happen in my life, and I think there's like a reoccurring theme here. Yeah, we'll go from there. And gonna report my numbers from the day before, plus eat some creatine. So if you guys can't handle it, please look away. Alrighty, here we go. So we did 1927 today, down $300 from the day before. Really bad, actually. We're down like under 2K, which is alarming. We'll be okay. Q4, see a little spike. Hit it with that. We got the Black Friday boom coming up, and should be just enough to push me through the finish line. Anyways, had all you can eat yesterday, as I mentioned. Crushed it. We did 26 plates of meat, which is roughly 2.6 kilos of majority beef. I think Janice killed like 3 plates of chicken, which is roughly 300 grams. Can't take Janice to do all you can eat. She just eats like chicken and vegetables, which is, I could roughly calculate the margins on them, obviously. For an all you can eat, when Janice goes, she roughly eats like $3 Canadian worth of ingredients, whereas the rest of us have to carry. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm so passionate about it, but we can talk about this some other time. Anyways, let's talk about today's episode. All right, so if you sign up for the first link in the YouTube description, you get sent this sheet. It's a URL to the sheet. I highly recommend you just bookmark it or save it on like a notes app somewhere so you can refer back to it. All right. So, couple quick plugs. Oh, right. You know what? The plug isn't even a plug. I just want to report my numbers. Guys, Revive.so is really just saving some of my sites in this recent update. It works even better recently. It's insane. Check it out, Revive.so. What it does is it's an indexer, first and foremost. I use it mostly for the indexing. Pretty nice. But it's what it does is it rewrites the first paragraph of every one of your articles, and then it changes the publish date. So it sends like a freshness signal to Google. And it's already guaranteed that it works because it was part of the Google leaks. So don't get it twisted. Anyways, let's talk about today's episode. I want to break it up into choices I made personally, financially, and business-wise. Financially and business, there's going to be a blend, but we'll get to that later. All right? All right, personally, moving to Berlin. I already talked about this in the past, but moving out from the city that you grew up in is goated. Absolutely goated. Like, please do that. The amount of growth that happens after you move out of the city you grew up in is insane. Absolutely insane. The people you meet, you're forced to build a new group of friends outside of your comfort circle. Comfort is where motivation goes to die, as I always say. And game changer. Complete game changer. People I met in Berlin. So I moved to Berlin right after uni. People I met in Berlin were complete opposites of people I would ever meet in Vancouver. You know, people in Vancouver dress up nice when they leave the house. They grew up in nice neighborhoods. They're used to eating Asian food. Man, Berlin is so much on the opposite. Grungier. Politically left-leaning, whereas where area I grew up in is pretty much like more conservative because there's more Asians. And yeah, it just like opens up the world for you. Highly recommend you do this. Please do this. If you're in your early 20s, you can afford a plane ticket. Just go to like, I don't know, Southeast Asia is nice. Vietnam, Thailand. Because you know when you're alone, you start getting lonely, you're forced to go out and make some friends. I don't know how you're going to do it. join some clubs, do some meetups, so on and so forth. Anyway, so let's talk about financial ones, because you guys are here to make money. Why am I talking about myself, right? Diversifying from SEO. So what does that mean? So if Google went away tomorrow, I talked about this a lot in the past in like podcasts, I believe. I don't remember. People who remember when I say this, if Google goes away tomorrow, what kind of revenue would I have? And for me, I'll be A-okay. I'll make way above average salary. I'll probably make a couple times, 5 to 6 times average salary if Google goes away tomorrow. Goes to zero search volume tomorrow, I'll be A-okay. What does that mean? Most people that I've seen on X, they're super heavily leveraged in SEO. Leverage isn't the right word, but they just have all in SEO. If Google went away tomorrow, they're freaking clapped. I've been spewing this nonsense a ton in the last couple of years. People who have been following me for a while know this. Obviously, there might be some survivorship bias. What if Google 10x'd and I wasn't there to capture all the value? Maybe. But that's not the case here, is it? People got clapped and they're reeling. I don't know. Some of these guys probably have to go get a job soon. You know what I mean? Anyways, second up financially, buying crypto. Crypto, insane. Made my first milli, I believe, from crypto. So definitely check that out. Next up is selling crypto. So because the thing is with investments is you have to buy and sell at the right time. If you don't do both, there's no point. You don't make any money. So during the crypto COVID boom, one of my greatest financial choices was selling at near the top. It was like 50 something K. You can argue like, hey, Jackie, it's higher now. We traded sideways. We went down for like 3-4 years. I have a 30-year fixed interest rate, $1 million euros, 1 million euro loan in Lisbon, and I get a passport at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like, all this is good for the mental. Highly recommend you diversify. If you start, what I notice is if you're starting to check like your brokerages way too much, it means you're too in the market that it's like making you uncomfortable. And while concentration is where you make the most money, I think diversification is where it helps you sleep more. So next couple items we're going to talk about is talking about that. NFTs, selling my NFTs. Huge bubble. I don't know why I did that, but thankfully I made a ton of money with this. All right. So my total hold time on NFTs was 162 days. Got lucky, purely lucky. There's no skill involved. It's just when it gets to a point where I'm uncomfortable, I just sell. It's fine. So I bought for 7 ETH at the time, which was worth 22.5K USD. And at the time of sale, I sold it for 64K. Total realized profit 41K. I declared this to CRA. Come after me if you want. I mean, what do you want from me? Current price 4.7K. Just understand, like, what if it ran more? Doesn't matter. I already locked in so much value and I put this away already. You know what I mean? Selling my watch as well, several watches. Buy price 87K euros, which is roughly 90 something K US. Sell price 160K plus a Rolex sub. I got my Pepsi on top of that. Profit about 100K, slightly less because the Rolex Pepsi went down a bit. Current price is about 80K. Just gotta lock in values. Last but certainly not least, I wanted to urge you guys, if you guys have any niche sites right now, any assets that you own that's starting to balloon in value, and just try to calculate your net worth. If something is more than 50% of your net worth, I think it's worth just exiting, taking some chips off the table. Too many times I've seen people, friends, close friends, 99% concentration in a certain asset. That shit blows up in their face. Clapped. I sold about 500K worth of niche sites. Not too much. I know people who made way more. I make way more from revenue, But 500K sales, about total profit. I don't know. I'll be honest. It's probably like 400K from that. I just checked them. They're worth about 10K. It's completely clapped. All right. And last thing I want to talk about is business on the business side. What changed my trajectory the most is that I didn't close my agency when e-com was popping off. So for those you guys don't know, I had a dropshipping store, me and Albert, and at the time, dropshipping store was doing $250K a month. My agency was doing about 20K. You know, I was like, damn, like e-coms, should I drop this and go? I asked around, people were like, just keep it on the side, find someone to delegate to. I did just that. I'm so glad I did. That dropshipping store got completely decimated. Albert's obviously fine because he's a smart guy. We figured something out in between, but yeah, just this is part of diversifying. But yeah, last two things. Posting on YouTube. I started posting when I was past 30, so it doesn't really count. But I started posting on X when I was in my late 20s. Highly recommend you guys do that. Any form of social media right now, people are seeking authentic content, seeking some sort of personal connection. Like you guys, if you guys 9 minutes in still watching, come on, why are you here, right? Anyways, comment. I don't even know. Comment something. Comment 20s for the algo, and I'm gonna answer some questions from the previous episode now. If you guys like this type of episode, let me know down below as well. This interview was all BS. Yes, sir. R2D2. Monopoly, they couldn't give two shits. Yeah. Zero worries about trying to do black eye SEO and trying to manipulate. Yeah, I'll go. The SERP has been an absolute shit show for the last 4 years. Don't see it getting better. Agreed. Wonder if the Justice Department is suing Google for breaking antitrust laws, being a monopoly, or changing anything. Hopefully. Ideally, SEO, paid ads, and users would have 3 to 4 competing search engines to choose for. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Thanks for the chapters, James. Lewis says, hey, Jackie, I see the member live streaming used Koala AI to generate blog posts. Do you think I should use a rewriting tool to make my content more humanized? Or do you think AI content won't be clouded by Google? Depending on, like, how often you post. If it's like one article a day, even a couple articles a month, you'll be fine, I think. But try to optimize it yourself manually. Do the right thing. You know what I mean? I don't, but you do the right thing. All right, that's all the time I have for today, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. And like the video, please. The like is kind of weak right now. Like the video. Take it easy, guys.